not believe that I must... It's early.
You promised me we'd be on the first plane to Washington, so those are the reservations that we made.
Well, I've heard the red eye. What do you call this one, the raw eye? Huh?
Mr. Kinley had appointments this afternoon, so this morning was his best time.
You're right, sweetheart. You're right. You're right.
I just hope that Mr. Kinley can tell us where Frisco was when he was MIA and presumed dead.
You know, honey, he's gone way over the line by telling you that much. Why don't you just let it go for a while, huh?
No. Because I have to put him someplace in my mind. I can't go on thinking that he's in limbo or something. If he's dead, then I have to know where he was when he died. And then I'll know, son, I'll know.
I know. Hey, look at me. Don't jump to conclusions, okay?
Okay. I just want to know where he was last seen.
All right, that's fair enough. Now, let's go down to Washington and, twist a few arms, huh? All right. After you.
My, aren't we the early bird?
It looks like you hit a telephone pole.
What?
Never mind.
Tony up?
He had a late surgery call, so he decided to sleep in for once.
Well, that's well-deserved. What gets you up so early?
Aunt Charlene, do I have to remind you that I happen to be responsible for a very important center at General Hospital?
No, you don't. And I'm proud of you, too, sugar. I sure am. So go get 'em.
Oh, I will.
I just came down for coffee before I repair my face.
This is a very, very interesting list you have here, Scott. I bet there are a lot of people who would sure like to know what Meditech has in store for General Hospital.
Morning, Amy.
Good morning, Al. Yes, I know.
Yes, you know.
There.
Oh, Mrs. Cranach had a peaceful night. That's good. And Mr. North is still bothering the night nurses. That's nice.
Yes, he sure is.
I think we're going to have to get him out of here.
I don't know what the night shift would do without him.
Oh, they'll find someone else to replace him, I'm sure of that. Have you had a chance to look at Cheryl Stansbury yet this morning?
No. In fact, I was just on my way to do that.
Good. Excuse me.
Good morning. Cheryl. Hello. Cheryl, are you okay?
Amy, what is it?
She's not in there.
What do you mean?
Not in there.
I don't know why she would be up and walking around the hospital at this hour.
Well, neither do I.
I hope she hasn't done anything foolish.
You don't think she left the hospital?
I sure hope not. Did you check the closet, see about her clothes?
No.
Oh, great. Her clothes are gone. Amy, you keep looking around. I've got to go and call Tiffany.
Oh, you still here?
Yeah, I still have a few minutes.
Oh, I thought you had this big important meeting at the hospital.
Oh, I do. I just had a great idea. I think I'm going to take BJ to nursery school today. I need to spend a few minutes with her.
Good. Give me more time.
For what? Do you have a breakfast date or something?
Oh, no. Why do you ask that?
Because you've been running around this house like a chicken with its head cut off.
Well, does a woman have to have a date to want to make herself attractive?
Whatever you say.
For your information, I'm going to go down and see Colton's show today. Think he could use some encouragement.
Why? He seems to be doing just fine the way he is.
Colton's been feeling a little bit down ever since he's had that problem with Felicia.
Felicia?
Oh, it's nothing to concern yourself about.
Down? What are you talking about?
What? Nothing, and I'm sorry I even mentioned it.
Aunt Charlene,
Lucy,
what?
this is none of your business.
Is he coming on to her? Is he doing that?
He is not coming on to her. They're just good friends.
Well, then what's the problem? I want to know.
It's nothing. Nothing serious. And it's between them.
Has he upset her in some way?
Well, yeah. No, not the way you think it is.
I knew
no,
it.
it is not.
I knew it. He
No,
came
it
on
isn't.
to her. That man is never going to change. He came on to her. Why in the world did he have to pick her of all people? Why?
Don't go off half-cocked. He did not come on to her. He has changed.
Everything
He
is
doesn't
actually going my way for once. My job's fine. Tony and I are getting... Do you know who she is?
Well, of course I know who
She's
Felicia
Frisco's
is.
wife, Aunt Charlene. That is Tony's brother's wife. Tony absolutely adores her.
I know
Do you
that.
know what he would do if he found out Colton was messing around with her?
He is not messing around.
He'd kill him, Aunt Charlene. He would kill him. And worst of all, he would somehow blame it all on me.
Oh, stop doing this. You're just making a mountain out of a molehill.
Well, you can just tell Colton. This is great. I have to go pick up BJ and take her to nursery school and go to the hospital. We will discuss this later. But you can just tell Colton something for me. Tell him he doesn't have to worry about Tony killing him, because if he so much as bats an eye at Felicia, I will kill him.
Me and my big mouth.
That's great. I love that.
That's great.
Something traditional.
Absolutely. Jerry, listen. I want you to make sure that all the camera cables are totally out of the way. I do not want him tripping on anything today, okay?
Yeah, I've talked to the TD, and he's assured me it's all been taken care of.
Okay, I just don't want him to break his concentration. I mean, he's a little out of sorts today. I don't know what's wrong with him.
Well, frankly, I'm somewhat concerned about today's audience.
What about today's audience?
Well, they're pretty much a younger group.
Well, I know. That was Cheryl's idea. I mean, he's getting a very big youth following. You know, that's why we...
I know, but he prefers a mixed audience.
We can't do anything about that now. What are you talking about? It'll be okay. He can handle it. Whatever it is, he can handle it.
I hope you're right. It's just that I'd feel a lot better if Cheryl were here.
Yeah, so would I. You handle it. You handle it, okay? You don't very look at this sign.
Tiff,
What?
have you got a minute?
I've got two for you, baby. What do you want?
Actually, might take 3. Is that okay?
Okay. Well, how can I help you? What?
I can't put my finger on it. I don't know what to say today. I have nothing that I want to talk about in today's show. I mean, I feel completely empty inside, you know?
It's perfectly normal. We call it backstage anxiety, you know? It happens to the biggest stars around. It happens all the time.
I don't know. I don't think that's what this is.
You wouldn't be human if you didn't feel this. Just relax. Everything's going to be okay. Believe in yourself. Isn't that what you always say? Believe in yourself. It'll be great.
Yeah, I know. I say that.
Well, then just do it. Okay, and you'll be fine. Just do it, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Excuse me. You'll be wonderful. Thanks a lot.
Right.
Tiffany Hill.
I'm glad I caught up with you. This is Ellen Quartermain.
Oh, Ellen, is Cheryl worse? What?
No, she's not. Tiffany, I was wondering if you had any idea where she might be, because we can't find her.
Can't find her. What, did you release her from the hospital?
No, she wasn't released. Apparently, she left the hospital of her own free will. The bottom line is we can't find her.
Oh, my God. Okay, I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Bye.
Something wrong?
I gotta get to the hospital.
What?
No,
You can't leave now.
Don't worry about it. Just go ahead and do the show. I'll be back as soon as I can, okay? It's okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I hope Cheryl's okay.
Oh, yeah, me too. Well, looks like we might just be on our own today.
Nothing we can't handle.
Speak for yourself.
Hey. Do I detect a little self-doubt there?
Did you ever have one of those days when you didn't know if you could sing? I mean, if you thought that you were going to completely forget all the words to your song?
Yes, I have.
Well, was it a song that really meant something to you? Something that, like, your favorite song in the whole world?
Yes. This happened.
So what did you do?
I just opened my mouth and hit one note, and each note followed the next one, and then the words followed after that.
So just take a step and let it happen, huh?
Colton,
Does this have to do with Felicia? I mean, she told me what happened.
Oh.
Yeah. And I kind of don't blame her for being upset.
Yeah, no, believe me, neither do I.
I told her I thought she was overreacting a little bit.
You did?
Yes.
Well, what did she say?
Well, I told her I thought you were a nice guy and that if she gave you half a chance, you know, you could explain everything, that it was a mistake or a misunderstanding.
It was, completely. I mean, I was totally in the wrong.
Okay, then why don't you just tell her?
I've been trying to get a hold of her for... You're right. I have to just sit her down. I'll do it today, after the show.
Well, she's not going to be here today.
She's not coming?
No, she's in Washington with Sean Donnelly.
Well, what's she doing in Washington?
Well, she wants to find out where Frisco was last seen, alive.
Oh.
So Commissioner Scorpio took a copy of that with him to New York.
Well, he wasn't getting anywhere with it here in Port Charles.
Well, isn't that a little like taking a needle to the haystack, sir?
I don't know, Sam. Maybe he'll be recognized in New York. Maybe this gentleman is somehow tied to New York City.
Possibly. The sketch was made from an undercover man's description in Utica. This guy is the guy that was seen with Duke when everyone was looking for Anna.
That's right. Wait. That makes sense. Look, we know Duke's club was formerly a mob hangout and frequented by Victor Jerome. Now Duke comes up with a deed to the place.
I'm not following you on this, sir.
This mystery man, nobody knows who he is, where he went to, where he came from, right?
That's right.
All right, so maybe, just maybe, he's the key to the whole thing. Maybe if Robert can find him, he can find out how Duke got a hold of that club, and if it's a legitimate exercise, like Duke says it is, or if it's still connected to the Jerome family some way.
Well, don't you think the commissioner shouldn't be fooling around with this? I mean, New York is hardly Port Charles' jurisdiction.
Yeah, I know that.
I just don't want him to get in any bureaucratic trouble of any kind over this.
Okay, so we'll just have to keep it under our caps, right, Sam?
Oh. Right, sir. Of course.
Good morning, sir.
Commissioner Case.
Good morning, Commissioner.
I understand that Robert has gone to New York.
Yeah, I believe that's right, sir.
You don't know so?
Oh, no, I do know. Yes, sir. He's in New York.
I see. Is it business or pleasure?
Pleasure, sir. He's
I think what Officer Wells means is that Commissioner Scorpio takes great pleasure in his work.
Mm-hmm. Then it is business.
Oh, yes, sir. He's following up on the Martin Woods disappearance.
Oh, I see. It's my understanding that this Woods character was working for the Carter family in New Jersey.
That's positive.
And Robert is doing a follow-up in New York City?
Well, that's only because that we found out there's a feud going on between the Carters and the Jeromes of New York City.
Oh, yes, indeed. Between organizations based in New Jersey and the state of New York. That's a little out of his jurisdiction.
Oh, Paul. Technically, I don't think it is, sir.
You want to explain that?
Well, the Martin Woods disappearance occurred right here in Port Charles. I mean, this was the last place he was seen alive.
I know that.
Well, according to code, we're allowed to cross state lines if we're in hot pursuit.
Hot pursuit of what?
Well, the Martin Woods body was dumped into the Port Charles River.
You mean you have every reason to believe that?
Yes, sir, yes. I mean, I know we sent the divers down. I know they came up with nothing, but that's only because we subsequently found out that somebody beat us to it. A couple of men in a van with Jersey plates. They probably took the body back across the state line. They were spotted on the highway by a couple of patrolmen.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I know. I've read the report. Huh? But what does that prove?
Well, that Commissioner Scorpio's in hot pursuit.
Well, that's the damnedest thing I've ever heard. How could anyone be in hot pursuit of a dead body?
Well, I think if the body crosses the state line, that would be covered by the code's definition.
I really think he's right on this one, sir.
You know, Guy, next to Scorpio, you're one of the best double talkers in the business. Look, I appreciate the fact that you're both loyal to Commissioner Scorpio. I like that. But that doesn't change the fact that he's way off base here. This is a case for the feds. You tell him to get in touch with me the minute he gets back into town.
Yes, sir, I certainly will.
Hot pursuit of a dead body. That's a good one.